Let's start
Let
at
us
the very
start.
beginning.
Oh, is that?
A very good place to start.
Is that what this is?
Yes! Say the hills are alive with the sound of 2 gay mats.
Hi everybody and welcome back to 2 Gay Mats. It's Matt Palmer.
And it's Matt Steele.
And tonight we watched The Sound of Music live with Carrie Underwood. And Matt Steele has a lot of feelings. This was actually my first experience with The Sound of Music.
I know, it's his first time.
Never seen the show or
You popped your Sound of Music cherry.
This was my cherry's pop by Carrie Underwood. And Matt still can't contain himself. So Matt, what did you think?
I'm just bursting to the scenes to talk about this. It's very exciting. It was a very big, very epic, very historical day in the Broadway community. My Twitter was ablaze, my Facebook was ablaze, everyone was going crazy. It was very, very exciting. I've never read so many snarky comments in my life. The Sound of Music is pretty much my favorite musical of all time. I was in it twice when I was a child.
Who were you?
I was Kurt twice.
Oh.
I think I know every single line, word for word. I can recite the entire thing. Do you want to hear it?
No, not at all.
Well, I have many, many opinions on it. I was not looking forward to it, but kind of looking forward to it because I, was expecting it to totally flop. And here's the thing. Okay, it flopped, but it did not flop as horribly as I thought it would. The lows were very, very low, but the highs were relatively slightly off the ground. Let's see, who can we talk about? Let's start with the lead, Carrie Underwood.
I thought she sounded lovely.
You know what?
She has a nice voice.
I was very worried about her voice. I thought it wouldn't sound good with like the slight, pop country inflections, but like, I kind of like it.
I think for like about half the songs I didn't mind it at all.
Yeah, exactly. And I have to say she really, really came alive when she was singing the song. Which is really great because,
Now that's not shade, I've never heard shade.
She had some good crying moments.
Yes, I will say, she can cry. Can I talk about the musical from my point of view?
Yes. What was your opinion of the musical as a first-time viewer?
First-time viewer.
Yes.
I've never seen the movie, I've never seen the show, so please don't bite my head off in the comments. It seems like it's kind of a cultish following.
Okay.
People seem very invested. The story was very light. I think it's scary how many Nazis are in it. It went from very light to very scary, kind of based on nothing. Like, again, the only pull you have is like, Rolf's a Nazi, and I guess the butler's a Nazi too. The True Blood guy was on the right side of history.
That's true.
That's always saying.
Good job, Captain Von Trapp.
Thank you, Mr. Von Trapp.
Thank you, Mr. Von Trapp.
It didn't seem to go anywhere. Like, oh, now we're outside, now we're in the bedroom, we're getting to know each other, now we're at the nunnery and we're gonna immediately get married as soon as Elsa is out of the picture. And then like, oh, then the Nazis are after us after this like talent show or something. People's opinions and feelings changed so quickly that it was like, what is this based on? I didn't even get you getting to know these children. You come back after being off screen for 5 minutes and you're like, oh, well, Maria or little Marta's so lovely and I don't remember much about Gretel, and it's just like, who are these children? And it seemed a little stupid.
Okay, well,
it seemed a little dumb. I feel like I'm not making friends.
You dare to call The Sound of Music stupid?
Maybe it was just the performance. Maybe it was just the way it was together. It felt like a lot of the songs dragged. I don't mean to upset you, Matthew.
Oh my god, I've never hated you more. The ending was a little rushed.
Very rushed. I think that was, rushed. For something so long, it felt so rushed. I didn't get to know any of the characters to feel for them. The number of sets, how many places were they really? 3, 4? They were.
Well, yeah, you don't really go anywhere. Where do you go? You stay in your room.
Yeah, but I'm not a friggin' play! Les Mis. They go to a lot of places in Les Mis. There's a lot of different sets there.
That's true.
The stage spins even. The stage didn't spin.
Let's talk about the supporting cast. Okay. There were some lovely performances. Audrey McDonald, Lord Almighty. You know who was killing it? Give her an Emmy right now. Laura effing Benanti.
Who is Laura Benanti?
I thought Frau Schmidt was killing it. Ooh, the maid, she was killing it. Ooh, yes, yes, yes! Did you like the kids?
They kind of blended together. I thought it was terrifying when they were under the bed and popping out and being like, wah, 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 wah. That's probably the biggest impression they made.
Yes, it is true. All the kids really, really do need to have their own personalities. I have to say that Marta, she was making the most out of her character. She probably has the least lines out of any of those Von Trapp children. She was giving me lines. You go, Marta.
Go, Marta.
Good for you. I don't know your name, but you're you got some pizzazz. Yes.
I also thought that all of the songs anyone knew were in the first like 6, and then it was a bunch of like album tracks later on. And it was just like, woo, what is this one?
Are you calling it No Way to Stop It an album track?
I have no idea what that is.
There's no way to stop it.
Edelweiss.
Edelweiss. You know that was the last song Rodgers and Hammerstein wrote together. You knew that?
What happened to them? Did they break up?
No, Oscar Hammerstein died.
Oh, that's sad.
Climb every mountain, ford every stream, follow every rainbow until you find your damn
The transition into that song was clunky.
You are a jerk.
It went into it and I was like, oh, is she just gonna start singing?
You realize how brilliantly written that scene is between the Reverend Mother and Maria.
You don't think that transition into that song in this production was a little silly?
I don't. I think it was one of the lesser awkward moments of the show.
I laughed.
You laughed before Climb Every Mountain?
Not before, actually.
That's disgusting. You are going to hell.
I'm not free to give opinions. Is this not America?
It is America.
Are we not in America, darling?
We are in America, we are in America. And this is another thing I have to say. A lot of other people, other Broadway fans, and a lot of like actors and everything are saying like, this is ridiculous, all these snarky comments on Twitter and Facebook and everything. We need to be positive about all this, and it's spreading musical theater to people and blah, 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 blah. And it's kind of just like, I don't know, like, theater means so much to me. The Sound of Music means so much to me, and to see it presented in not a good way, it's very upsetting. The Sound of Music is like why I love, like is that
the first show you love?
Yeah, pretty much. Like, theater means a lot to me, and just like, I should be able to voice my opinion, like, if I don't like it. Like, just because I love theater so much doesn't mean I should have to settle for mediocre theater, right? If Mariah puts out a mediocre album,
I will love it. She never would. But I understand, if someone did a cover of the entire album of Butterfly and it was not good, I would say it wasn't good.
You would say it wasn't good.
Absolutely.
Exactly. You would acknowledge the fact that it's a brilliantly written album.
Right.
Like, The Sound of Music is a brilliantly written show.
Well, I need to see the show in another capacity because this is giving me a negative.
I'll perform the entire thing.
Please don't. That's not the way I want to see it.
I'll give you every single cast recording.
I don't need that.
I own about 20 cast recordings for The Sound of Music. Some of them are like in Dutch.
I need a couple months off, and then I need to watch the movie.
It could have been a lot worse. There have definitely been productions of The Sound of Music that have offended me more.
That's good.
Yeah, so like, it was honestly, I thought it was going to be a utter train wreck. It was just like a regular train wreck.
We hope you watched The Sound of Music and we hope you loved it as much as Matt Steele wanted to. Thank you again for watching.
Thank you.
Follow us on Twitter. It's Matt Palmer.
And it's Matt Steele.
And we'll see you next week with a brand new video from Two Gay Mads.
Yeah.
Make sure to subscribe and tell us your favorite and least favorite moments of Carrie Underwood's The Sound of Music.
Yes. But especially tell us your least favorite moments, because those were the funniest.
Alright, have a lovely night.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Jesus God.
Goodbye.